From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Yesterday, our high temperatures were a little mixed in the area. We had some 70s still, like in Charlotte, Coldwater, and Hillsdale, but then others made it to the low 80s, and Marshall came out as a top spot at 85. Our temperatures will be closer to what Marshall saw yesterday across the entire area. And that's because we're starting out warmer. 50s and 60s for now will evolve, and we'll talk about those temperature trends as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
6 News is your local election headquarters, and we're here for you this morning with what you need to know before polls open for today's primary election. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day. It's August 5th. I'm Megan Vaselli.
Good morning. I'm Kirk Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories.
Polls are set to open throughout the state at 7 o'clock this morning.
Voters will narrow down major races and decide whether to approve proposals in their communities. So here's a look at what some of us here in mid-Michigan can expect to see on the ballot.
Voters in the city of Lansing, you have quite a few choices to make today. You'll narrow down the list of candidates for mayor as well as city council seats, both at large and in the 4th ward. Plus, you'll get to decide whether to renew the current parks millage, which pays for improvements and upgrades for city parks and trails. The city says if passed, this would not increase taxes.
Staying in Ingham County, voters in Lansing Township will consider the electric franchise proposal. If approved, the township would lock in a 2012 deal it made with the Lansing Board of Water and Light, essentially confirming the existing agreement and making it permanent. In Clinton County, Bath Community Schools asking voters to approve nearly $27 million for building and site improvements. The district says if passed, taxes are not expected to increase.
Eaton County voters will choose their county commissioner for District 1. The city of Hillsdale will narrow down the candidates running for mayor. Now, out of the 4 candidates on the ballot, the 2 with the most votes will advance to the general election in November. And in Jackson, voters will narrow down city council candidates for Ward 3. Again, the 2 with the most votes will run against one another in November.
Also on the ballot today, Meridian Township is asking voters to pass 2 proposals for a new community and senior center. However, voters must approve both for the project to actually come to fruition. The first is a project bond to pay for the construction of this new center, which right now is estimated to cost $24 million. The second is an operating millage, which would pay for operations at this new space once it opens. That's projected to cost a little more than $1 million per year. The township says combined, these would cost the average homeowner about $138 per year. But again, both have to pass. Be sure to stay with 6 News on air and online for full election coverage. We'll be following these races throughout the day and update you with all the results once the polls close at 8 o'clock tonight.
Okemos Public Schools no longer offering free meals to students, at least for the start of the upcoming school year. And the district says it's because state lawmakers still have not passed a K-12 education budget. The district says it will have to start charging for student meals after 2 years of free meals thanks to a state-funded program. However, the legislature failed to pass a budget before its July 1st deadline. And now with the start of the school year less than a month away, the district isn't sure if that funding will be available. Some students can still receive free or discounted meals, but must apply for them. We posted that link for you on our website, WLNS.com.
Dozens of Texas Democrats still hunkering down this morning in states like Illinois, Massachusetts, and New York, despite Texas Governor Greg Abbott's orders to have them arrested.
Yeah, they left the state over the weekend to block a vote on redrawn congressional maps, which they say would allow state Republicans to gain seats in the U.S. House. Jared Hill is here for you now with what's next.
There will be consequences.
After more than 50 Democratic lawmakers fled Texas, the state's governor, Greg Abbott, now says he's ordered state police to arrest them. This after the absent Democrats broke quorum, slamming the brakes on GOP-led efforts backed by President Trump to redraw the state's congressional maps in order to pick up 5 congressional seats.
You don't get to change the rules and say, I'm going to redraw these districts because I want to make sure that I stay in power.
Texas Republican lawmakers say the tactic will delay but not derail their work.
The House will complete its required duties.
The Texas House also approved civil arrest warrants for the dozens of Democrats who fled, though Texas law enforcement do not have jurisdiction outside of the state to force their return. Meanwhile, some Democratic governors, like California's Gavin Newsom, say they're working to redraw their state's maps should Texas follow through.
We're going to fight fire with fire.
The slowdown in the Texas legislature has also stalled relief bills for communities hit hard by last month's deadly floods.
It don't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. Come together.
Flood victims are urging lawmakers to put people before party politics. Jared Hill, CBS News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
It's the same as yesterday out on the Capitol cameras. Some smoky skies and a little bit of fog. Temperatures are starting out a little warmer this morning, though, so we don't have as widespread a fog as yesterday at this time. Now, there's a little bit of rain down in Indiana, and that's going to give us a boost of some moisture. It could lead to a shower or two today, but for now, we're beginning the day dry, and some spots actually don't even have clouds overhead. However, the fog and the smoke are reducing that visibility, so we have to talk about it. Down to 3 miles in Ionia, 4 miles in Owasso, 5-mile visibility here in Lansing. The best visibility is that 7 in Mason and in Marshall. So no one's perfect this morning, and that's thanks to this plume of smoke. It's densest over towards the west side of the state, and it will be moving in that direction with time. So later today, our air quality should improve a little bit. Felix has a big old smile on for the forecast this morning. We are seeing mostly sunny skies until we get a chance for a shower or two this afternoon and evening. Now, temperatures will be in the low 80s by then, and if you do see any rain, it's going to be fairly light. So just check the radar before you head out. 6 News Weather App's a great resource for that. And of course, if you have any pictures like Felix there, you can go to WLNS.com/Furcast. You can share it, might even get to see him on the air.
Yeah.
I love the reaction photos that sometimes viewers will send in of their pets watching themselves on TV.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh, that's
very
fun.
cute.
Yeah, very meta.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's really fun. I never thought about that.
Thanks again to David for sending in
Yeah, that's
Felix.
hilarious. We
Thanks,
love
Katie.
Felix.
Still ahead, we have an update for you on Dopsy, the Potter Park Zoo's black rhino. We'll have all the details in our What's on the Web segment.